It work.
You got kids?
Fuck, dude. Actually, it's funny that I still say that. Because one guy said it in an Overwatch game like 2 years ago. Like, I forget that I'm even referencing a thing. It just became vernacular. I probably actually still have the original. Because even though it's not on my soundboard, it has a folder full of like everything I ever recorded. And you know, who cleans up their PC? Background image is not canon? Yeah, it's not. Dude, also the eclipse is starting, so they're fucking dead. I've thought about that many a time, but I don't care. Am I retarded? Well, they're inside. Dragons can't fit inside the door, so they can't see them. What's the eclipse do in Myriad? It ages everything like 10 years a second. There was an eclipse last night, wasn't there? The Blood Moon Super Flower Ultra Nova eclipse. I think everyone's dead. Wow, Ster plays fighting games? I was playing the Guilty Gear Strive beta recently, and I play a lot of Soul Calibur. Though not so much recently, because it's a dead game and franchise that no one likes. I am looking forward to more Guilty Gear. I've like consistently been thinking about it. Where's our frog? I gotta set up frog. Hold on. You see, this is the intro to the intro, so where we don't have the camera on yet. Do you want to update your camera? No, you fucking guys break it every time. No! Online kind of sucks. Yeah. It do. They really do suck. Didn't tweet the new vid. I was in the middle of writing that tweet. And then I got distracted by my stream not actually going live, and I totally forgot. I also need to remember how to set a pinned tweet. I feel like I should pin that tweet because my pinned tweet has been the same tweet for like 6 years. Yeah, I thought it was that simple. E-I-oop. E-I-oop. Underscore. You know what? It is a pretty good pin tweet. If my life was like the Truman Show, they would only need 5 cameras. But that's slight. I think they would need like 10 cameras now. I think they would actually need a few more. Not many more. And it's also because I don't actually use I don't use real Twitter, so I don't think I can pin a tweet from TweetDeck. Pin. I did it. You guys proud of me? On the thumbnail, I put giant red text. An extra 2 for the gym when we're good. You'd need more than 2 for the gym. I mean, if it was a true Truman Show, you'd need cameras for me to walk there. And then like 4 or 5. I don't know. You'd need a few in the gym. It adds on 10 cameras. I'm just thinking if there's anything else I need to do. I felt like there was a long list of things I was doing. I liked the question marks, made it mysterious. Hell yeah. What could it be? What up? Yes, dude, like, I mean, as much as I love Frog on Head, I need to come all the way down here for him to be visible. And then if I'm, like, sitting normally, they're in my eyes. Like, if he could just, like, sit cross-legged, it would be better. And look at this wrinkly shirt. Fuck, move camera up? If I move camera up, then I feel like I'm not even in it. Is the frog movable? No. 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 God. Frost leg, frog leg. Yeah, it really is like frog feet mascara eyes. I mean, I love frog, don't get me wrong, but sometimes I don't love frog. Exposing more of your forehead? What the fuck? What does that mean? But it's all right here. Whoops. I went to go activate one and I unfavored it and it's gone forever now. You're so relatable. What's your favorite ice cream? I just love all ice cream. Like, I couldn't pick a favorite. I don't want to offend anybody. You know what I mean? Okay, well, I turned on my webcam and I was going to talk about something. I was going to do something. What was the thing that I was going to do when I was going to talk about the thing? I don't remember. Last time I had ice cream, I felt nauseous for like 2 days. Fuck ice cream. The art you post on the video made... Talking about don't starve? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, I was gonna say, early YouTube comments are really fun. Because the very beginning of the video is like, hey guys! Big fan, by the way. Never seen your face. And like 2 of the comments were like, wow, didn't expect you to look like that. And the next comment, which is even weirder, because obviously there's gonna be like, oh my god, please play TF2. I have the first comment, I have to be the one to say this. But then the other one that's even weirder than all of that, like first 5 comments, video's been up for 10 seconds. Wow, this looks great. I'm so excited. Keep up the good work. It's like, what? Excited about what? You didn't watch the video. You just really want to be top comment. So I don't know what to... What do I do here when, like, okay, this person posted this comment within the first 5 seconds of the video being live. And it's just, they're getting the exact reaction they want. So I would want to remove the comment so that they don't just bait a whole bunch of people that don't realize people do that to be annoying. To save them the effort and the energy of responding to the lowest level of bait possible. But then also I kind of want to leave it so that when I say shut the fuck up about TF2, people are like, oh yeah, no, yeah, I've seen his comments before. Yeah. And then I'm not like making it up. I think the trick is to ignore comments. Actually, the YouTube meta. I need to get on the YouTube meta right now. Hold up. I really need a scene for... I don't want my recommended on the side. Get the fuck out of here. Okay, the YouTube meta is you find like a really nice comment, or usually actually the YouTube meta is you make a comment yourself and then you top favorite your own comment so that that's the first thing that people see. So they don't even go down into the Garbo comments. So you're like, thanks for watching, guys. Really? And you like post all your social media in here? Wow. Can't believe this is a favorited comment, so you don't deep dive in, so you read this first and don't deep dive into the abyss that is YouTube comments. Wow. Too self-aware, or is that on brand? It seems oh, It did think that I was playing Don't Starve. That's what you meant. What the fuck? That's kind of funny. It's on brand. Okay, we comment that. Which you're supposed to do before you ever post the video. And then you favorite it. You love it. Excuse me, you love it. Where's my fucking webcam? You love it. I had the air quotes are important. The beard was an amazing decision. Thanks, John Kane. We're gonna reply to some comments. Thank you, John Kane. I've had this beard for 5 or 6 years. First time seeing. Big fan, by the way. So we gotta refresh and make sure that that's at the top and nothing else weird is at the top. Glad you're pursuing it. Yes, you're like, that's what, yeah, that's a good comment. He gets it. But this one will always be on top. YouTube hacker. Yeah, you guys, you're watching the stream right now. Has it grown in 5 or 6 years? Well, every time I shave it, I don't fully shave it. Because okay, hold on. Damn, where did it go? Oh, here it is. How do I look without beard, guys? Do I look good? Oh, my rattle. There's my rattle. Ster da baby. Yeah, so you're gonna want that beard there. It's a great decision, I've heard. I really don't want to actually read this. But I don't know, man. I still get oddly nervous from releasing YouTube videos, especially this one, which is kind of that's why there's 3 minutes of intro to it. You need to pin your own comment. That's what I did. That's Tailspinner. There's no chatter left behind here, but you're gonna want to go back a minute and watch when I did that. You liked it? You didn't pin it though? There's a fucking difference? What the what? I don't think it matters. Because whatever one you love first is at the top as far as I'm aware. No streamer left behind? I'm a career YouTuber. I know what I'm doing here. I fucking publish videos daily. Dude, fucking sus Among Us Thursdays every week. The wedding comment was on top? Fuck that guy. The only comments I like reading anymore. I mean, sometimes I don't want to. I feel like you're supposed to read comments, you know? You sound like a dick if you're like, I didn't read any of them. Fuck y'all. I like reading the comments when the video is 10 seconds old and you have that context of these are the things that people said when they hadn't watched it yet. Those are most enjoyable for me. And then it puts it into context the rest of the comments you see from that point forward. Because, you know, a year from now, if you look at the comments, who knows which ones were made before people watched the video. It helps you understand that everyone just says random shit for likes and doesn't actually... Yeah. Let me see if I can do something about it being... thinking it's Don't Starve. when you change screens on your monitor. Fucking get a... YouTube has a dark mode, but in the video editing, it doesn't have a dark mode. So it actually, just vampirizes me. Jeez. Dude, the AI is totally in control. I don't think there's anything I can do about it thinking that I'm playing Don't Starve. I was even trying to look, like, it doesn't, I'm not sure you can set YouTube tags anymore. I don't know how that works. I think you're just supposed to spam your fucking description with tags. Because the YouTube tag description meta is like, you write an encyclopedia in there. It's analyzing your real life. I think it is. I don't think I'm allowed to make decisions for myself. I don't know where I could possibly... Oh no, there is a... Okay, you have to click the button show more for the advanced settings for your tags. And dude, I've made YouTube videos before. Category gaming, game title. Dude, no, what would even be the category? Gaming? Gaming's a category. Pets and animals, so you can go on front page like it's fucking 2005. But if it's a game, if it's in the category gaming, then it has to show a game, and the game is selected from a list of games. So it has to be a real game. No, it doesn't have anything. It doesn't have generic categories. Like, I can make it be tabletop simulator. I think that's like as close as it gets. Hold on, tags. Close your door? No. My door's open so my dog can come in and leave as it pleases. Would you just want me to lock my dog out? That's fucked up. It's honestly fucked up. Tags, gone sexual, huge boner. Evil characters? What? Yeah, whatever. Anyway. That's cool. Actually did that. Actually made video. Can you close the door? It's scaring me. I appreciate that you actually gave a reason and didn't just, like, in capitals, demand that I do things for you with no justification given whatsoever. So I can respect that it's scaring you. However, I think I'm still gonna opt out and not close it. Just came from YouTube video. Am I answering Myriad questions? I mean, I'm just kind of here. I was gonna work on it a bit. I figured, you know, streaming after you release YouTube videos is typically, you know, within your best interest. That's a good time to stream. You know, I got flashbanged again. Great description, wedding photography. Yep. I wanted to maybe make a... I'm actually, like, hitting a stride recently. We're making all the skills and stuff where we last left off last time I streamed has become pretty easy. And I can get things done very quickly. And I've done a lot in the last, like, 3 days. Like I said on my Discord, it feels like I've got a month's worth of work done in the last 2 days. Because I kind of made a lot of things uniform that weren't before and that let me do a lot. Do you accept art from other artists from Myriad, or do you want to keep it to the two of you? I would appreciate art. It's not guaranteed that I would use it. There's a lot of complications within that. But if you go on the Discord, there's the Myriad fan art section. And there is like a pinned comment clause that, you know, if you post stuff in here, you are okay with me using it on streams or on videos, because I worry about the situation sometimes. I don't worry like as much as someone like Germa would worry about every tiny little detail of life coming back to haunt him one day. But, you know, if you make a video and you use someone's fan art and they complain about it and they like want you to take down the video because they're not comfortable, and it's just like just nightmare scenarios. Like down the road they claim ownership to something. Where does the name Myriad come from? The English dictionary. Is this really gonna bother people all day? I'm gonna have to close it. Wait, English has words? The Myriad is... fuck, bro. I realized after I uploaded the video that I probably should have explained where that comes from, but I updated the description in the Discord a little bit. The Myriad is like a god that's in everything that you can contact by reading things, and then you hear the voice of the Myriad and it's in all the things in the world. It's I should think of a quicker way to explain it. Being able to explain things quickly is ideal. Do you actually die at the end of the video? Yes. But my wife has a couple Phoenix Downs because she really likes video games and video game culture and like quirky things like that. So she totally just has those on hand. Ashley Shadow. Yeah, I heard her door open. Hold on, chat. Hold on, chat. You're all fucking psycho people. When this screen changes, something amazing will have happened in my room. You guys won't be able to predict it. What changed? Yes, that's right. Now my dog can't come in the room. It came from your video. Super excited. I don't know why I do that. I read people's comments and voices. Thank you. Thanks, people. My chair rotated. Oh, shit. Open the door now? I want a string on my doorknob so I can just, like, pull it. That'd be cool. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. The plan was to sit here talk for a while because people would probably want to ask me questions or say things, and then I think what I was going to do is I wanted to make a unique item for every character from the previous campaign, because there's like a chance for unique items to drop kind of situation going on now. So base one off of things that people know, like Johnny. I wanted to give him... I don't know. I thought it'd be fun to actually be able to do that with chat. That's the plan for later. Can you open the other door? No, there's a thing in there. Like a ballista. Beef never picked it up. Also, I gotta rework how guns work because goddamn, I've redone it like 4 or 5 times and it's really bad. Making unique items and skills for what? That's a really good question. And here we have a policy where no chatter is left behind at all. And
Are you tired of peeling potatoes?
Stop.
Yeah.
I would recommend the stream title for you. Who was that? Proxillus. Thank you. Put guns in a wheelchair. You know, I have the power to do that. I've complained about Overwatch for, 5 years, and they should put D.Va in a wheelchair. But I have the power now. Anybody I want to go in a wheelchair, they can just go. Full wheelchair accessible game. The tricks, shortcuts I've learned coding and map tools? I don't know that there's really a trick to anything. I guess I'm so deep in it at this point, I don't know what is obtuse and what isn't, because map tools in itself is very obtuse. It's like, is everything I'm doing a trick? I don't know anymore. Are there guns or firearms in Myriad? No chatter left behind. That's why I recently described having remade guns 5 separate occasions. Yes. What have you changed from the guns in Myriad? Keeping track of how much ammo a gun has, as I've learned to program better, has just changed multiple times, and I think in its current state, it is not ideal because it doesn't mesh with the concept of being able to unequip items. And I'm pretty sure I could store the value for the current amount of ammo on an item much more efficiently, so I want to redo it. Automatic weapons or a single fire? Well, they don't exist in the system yet because I have to redo them, so nothing. Probably both, though. It's very inconsistent what kind of technology exists in the world. So guns were also kind of meant to be all over the place and inconsistent. Glock? Yeah, Glocks. Dude, chat's going so fast, no one will notice my door's closed. Thank you. Thanks to the Borpa spinners. John, well, there were gonna be people with guns in the first campaign, and actually, Ronnie's character had one, but they never ended up showing up. The other ones that had rifles, because I think mostly because the players killed themselves. Or you upload the Myriad system on a Patreon when you think it's ready. Yeah, that's where it's gonna go first, and it's still quite a ways out from that. I want to have a build where it's possible to make characters so people can at least during the first iteration when I showed this basically skill trees and people had fun building characters, but there was no uniform way to actually do it, so it's kind of a lot of pure theory crafting of like putting it together yourself, but now you can actually apply skills to tokens, and I want to get that done. That's like a big priority right now, but we've digressed. So I don't have any level ups working, and I'm not sure how they're going to work, and I don't know what any of the like core stats like strength and dexterity actually do anymore. I used to know. I don't know anymore. So there's some pretty important decisions that need to be made before any of that comes to completion. I hope you make guns good, lol. Thanks. Yeah, there's a video on the Ster 2 YouTube channel, which is part of the first episode edited down of the first campaign that I ran. I guess I'm like not gonna do more, but we're rerunning that campaign, and I would like to have videos similar to that cut out all the bullshit and take a 4-hour sessions down to like 15 to 30 minutes max. because watching 4-hour-long roleplay tabletop streams is not the most common form of entertainment. What's your favorite thing about Myriad? Probably making it. I like game design. It's pretty fun. I certainly like that more than actually running games sometimes. A little bit worried about that when it's all done, that it might end up being less fun. But there's always more to make. So, I don't know. I listen to D&D sessions at work. Woo! Yeah, I imagine a lot of people kind of zone out and just have it on in the background, but it still would be better off if it was cut out all the bullshit either way. Making characters more than playing? True. The individual episodes will probably be on Ster too. Not sure at this point. I mean, a day ago I didn't expect to make the video that I made today, so I like... Sometimes, you know, maybe I should really think things through and plan them out and have a... Man, it's still kind of weird that it says the game is Tabletop Simulator. But I don't know what to do. Fuck, dude. Wait, what? Hold on. YouTube's confusing me. Kind of being weird right now, YouTube. Hold on. You're like messing up my stream right now. You know what? I'm done with YouTube. It's all about TikTok now. You know? Did you say YouTube's being sus? Yeah, it's being a sus little... something. Star on TikTok confirmed? No. 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 TikTok more like dick cock. Hey, Ronnie. Good one. Why upload to Ster 2? Why not just make Ster when the channel everything goes up to? I still kind of have the idea in my head that it would be nice to have individual episodes on the second channel, and then if like a full campaign is completed, then I could do a... or something more interesting happens than the usual, then I could make a more edited video of specifically that. But at the same time, I understand that what I'm saying right now makes no fucking sense, and that it really should just all go on that channel. But I don't need to make that decision. I don't need to make that decision right now, so I'm not. Because it's not going to be relevant for like several months. And a lot of the things that I thought were going to happen before... Dude, the first Myriad campaign started, I'm pretty sure it started like October 1st. Which... fuck, dude. That's a long time ago. And I thought... excuse me, Mike. Sorry, I blew into you. Sorry. I thought a lot of things were going to go different than they did. So So a lot of times, even with this, making plans like, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. I had like a whole idea of exactly how each VOD was going to be made and what I was going to do with it. And I ended up making a video for half of an episode and then nothing else. Because of a lot of reasons. It was mostly not that they all committed suicide. It was mostly that the game started and completely evolved by the time it was over. And the audio setup was wrong, so it was really hard to work around. And a lot of explanation went into how the system worked and like helping players through combat for things that just weren't even true anymore by like the next episode or like... Yeah, the difference in the system, like, players had to remake their characters after, I think it was episode 5. So episode 5 to episode 6 was like, we're playing an entirely... Not an entirely new game, but it was very, very different from what it started out as. Shuts himself off from society? Dude, I've got the Guilty Gear Society song stuck in my head. Fuck, dude. I don't even like it. They just say society over and over again. It's just repetition, man. Also, I kind of did expect they would all commit suicide. It didn't surprise me. How much progress made on the non-combat skill stuff? Almost none. It's been worrying me lately. But I haven't like looked at it in a long time. Mostly because I'm not sure. The whole level progression has to have a closer look at and some final decisions made on like when do you even get those social skills is kind of important, and I don't fully know yet. I need that star chart. Also working on a new one. I wanted to have a shirt of it, and I fuck, dude. I gotta finish the new one because now the chart is actually representative of the things. It's, you know, what the hell? Oh, because it's dragged over. Because now where everything is matters, and it's organized for like class choices, where before it was just kind of random and they weren't all there yet. It's the things. So I gotta make it with all of that in mind. I just haven't felt like actually drawing it lately. I was gonna maybe do it yesterday. You see, 2 days ago I got my second vaccine shot, and I was feeling kind of under the weather. So I thought maybe I would just chill out and draw, and then I opened it, and then it stayed open. Every time I go to work on it, I open it in Photoshop, and it sure does just stay open. Hey streamer, fresh haircut. Yeah, I got it a month or 2 ago. I'm glad you like my funny falls. The microchips are working? Yeah, I was saying to Ashley yesterday, like, don't you feel so much safer as a person knowing that Bill Gates knows where you are at all times because of the microchip inside the vaccine? Like, if we were walking in the grocery store, and if we got kidnapped and we got thrown in someone's truck, and the guy's like, all right, I'm gonna take you out in the middle of nowhere, and I'm gonna... Well, hey, hold on there, sir. You sound like someone who's afraid of conspiracy theories. I have the vaccine. Bill Gates knows where I am right now. You're not going to get away with this. This whole conversation, let alone your pinpoint location on GPS, has been tracked and sent to the government already. What do you think you're doing? What's your end game here? You can't get out of this. The only thing you can do is let me go. Pop, pop, stab, stab. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe. They can kill you and they'll only find your corpse. But if they find my corpse, they can extract the RNA and figure out the conversation that I had with him and what I saw before I died, so they'll be able to see his license plate. You guys really haven't thought this through. Borpa spin. I should do a stream with Drake. Yeah, me and him have been talking about doing that, but neither of us have really found the time where it was both convenient for, you know, both of us. But maybe soon. Yeah, maybe soon. What's the plan today? Talk to chat until I get bored and then make unique items based on the characters from the last campaign and keep making skills maybe. Notorious, yeah. I mean, I'm here right now, Drake. Where are you? What easily bores you so you can avoid it? Most things. Not knowing what else to talk about. I'm getting close to there. It feels like this is running in circles. What's today? Not much going on in the world. We just out here. E3 is soon. That'll be cool to watch. All these games being revealed that'll go, that looks pretty cool, and then never play it. Ever. That'll be fun. When you estimate the project will be finished, no idea. I mean, also, it kind of right now is one of those things that even if it were finished, you can always make more. You can always keep working on it. But if we look at finished as when will a campaign be playable on this channel again, I think I said in the video, like, maybe by August or early fall would ideally be the time that the skill tree would be shareable. People can make characters, and specifically for probably a higher tier on Patreon, not 100% sure, but any extended media at all? I did have a plan for like 100-page comic that I was working on with someone, but you know, working with people. Sometimes things just don't happen. Maybe, I don't know. I don't think it's been completely dropped, but I gotta talk to him about it again. Yeah, John, something. Drake. It was with Drake. Yeah, Drake was gonna draw the comic. Is there a reason why, like, Drake is meme status again for, like, all I know is he showed up on like a ninja stream like fucking what feels like many years ago. And I mean in that context that you'd bring up Drake being on a stream at all. Did he like appear again? Did he come out and he show up? He made this one catchy song. Oh, Hotline Bling? I don't fucking... That's like I think the only song of his I could even name. He did a funny dance. Drake from League of Legends? What's going on right now? Fuck, dude. Why is my camera so shaky? Because I keep putting my knees into my desk, and it shakes my monitor, and it shakes my desk. My monitor shakes a lot. So I will back up and refrain from that. Hello, everyone. Nice to meet you. I'm Ster over here. Anybody have any questions? I have good eyesight, so I can still read my chat from here. I didn't watch the Myriad in full. Did Moon ever make his backstory? Yeah, kind of. He made enough of a backstory, but people never stopped giving him shit for it. Am I wearing a swimsuit? No, but it kind of looks like a swimsuit. Spin on chair? Well, I got my headset. Are Uzmorphs gonna get at it? I mean, they're in. They're just probably too powerful to be player characters. My expectations for the first campaign is that human's gonna be the only selectable race again. Troll, I don't know if Troll's ever gonna be playable ever again. Because map tools does not handle large tokens with any amount of intelligence. It is definitely profoundly the most difficult thing to work around right now. So having a player character large token, it's not gonna happen. And then I don't know what else. I worry a little bit sometimes with Myriad has some pretty weird races. Like we had a player that was a snake. And I worry that the more races I make, the more likely it is that a campaign's gonna make no sense. And it's gonna be like a party of, you know, here's a snake and there's a squirrel. And this one player character is the moon. Because they try and be so different that it'd be like just... Something about the D&D games too, where every character is... It's like going to the zoo. Is that really a problem though? I don't personally like it. I think most people it wouldn't be a problem. The real fear, and this usually doesn't happen because players don't like to do things other players are doing so that they can feel special and unique, that if snakes are a selectable race, then you have a party of 5 snakes. And that is just like... Like, I wouldn't mind running that campaign, but it depends on which campaign it is. So if you break down, like, oh yeah, this campaign, we're gonna do blah, 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 and here's my plan for everything that's gonna happen. And you have, like, as a DM in mind how the campaign starts. And then you have to think, wait a second, this doesn't make any fucking sense. How does this campaign start with 5 snakes? It just doesn't add up anymore. And like, if it was a party of 5 snakes, they wouldn't be able to talk to any NPCs. Kind of changes things a lot. Even similarly, trolls make a lot more sense, but if every player was a troll, that's a bit more workable. Change every NPC to a snake too? Is it a regular snake or a big snake? It's, they were variable in size before. You could like age them and you could grow to big. But I can't have big tokens anymore, so that wouldn't happen. But yeah, notably cannot talk to people. Other than party members. And jitters, apparently. Regular and big. Why'd you let... Why wouldn't I let players play as snakes? It's a real question. You know, actually, a big part of the reason why I came to the decision to make snakes a playable race was because I kind of don't like animal companion archetypes in tabletop. So I wanted a player to be able to fill the role of animal companion so that you could still have that dynamic, but you wouldn't have to actually have, like, this is my pet dog. I think large in part that's coming from how much development needs to go into having a functional scaling proper wolf companion type deal that you could just... It's just a lot of shit. So like having a snake playable character was a shortcut to having that type of interaction available. And then I, as the DM, also don't have to roleplay their wolf. That honestly, like, when the lights go out, you know the character's fucking their wolf companion. You know. Kaiser Co. Thank you, Brazu for Axis Poly. No progress for only spins. Thanks. I'm kicking my desk again. I like do it a lot. I do it a lot. I don't even realize I'm doing it. Womp Ronnie resub. That's pretty cool. Proxillus. Dia do it. Ginger Ghost. The door doesn't scare me because my mom told me to be a brave boy. Okay. Well, I mean, the door's closed now anyway. Turd Flinger, thanks. Thank you. When's your next fight? Tomorrow. I'm just gonna fight everybody who shows up. Anyone who shows up in my room, I'm fighting to the death. Unless it's my wife. Actually, no, I'll still fight her. Changed my mind. It's just chat trembling. Ow. Do you miss playing D&D? Not really. Kind of, fully mentally focused on building Myriad. I think I would rather, like, if I were involved in any of Arcadum's D&D campaign stuff right now, I'd rather be a like, guest character that shows up once than take on the time commitment of a full campaign. I'm not so sure, though.
You got kids?
Think the Arcadum playtest is ever gonna happen, lol?
You got kids?
As someone who's been building a system for a year, that's my answer. Who's on the list to play with you? I haven't officially asked anybody yet, but I would like Momo to play and maybe Octopimp, and I think that's all that I've really thought for sure. Bunch of positive dudes. What about Biden? He's too busy. Maybe in 4 years. I mean, okay, I can't say this because then chat's never gonna let it go, and it's probably not gonna happen, so it needs like 30 qualifiers. But I did ask Germa about it and said if there was a campaign that was like 12 episodes long and had a definitive end, would you want to play in it? And he was like, yeah, maybe, all right. He was like, okay, yeah. No, not that.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, it was like, hello, yeah, maybe. He said yes, though I don't trust his yes at all. But I think what with us both streaming once a month, he has a lot more free time. And he'd probably be more interested, being that I built the whole thing and streamlined a lot of stuff. And I know the things that he didn't like about D&D the first time I played with him are much less of an issue. But all that being said, after all of this work, I don't want to risk the fact that he wouldn't show up 50% of the time. The last Myriad campaign, if you weren't here and you were unaware of the whole thing and how it worked, we fucking missed 60% of our sessions weren't played because of a whole bunch of random reasons. If that happened again the next time I ran a campaign where I'm like, oh dude, I've worked on this for like 6 months now, got everything polished, I'm ready to go, and it's like canceled, it'd fucking kill me. I would just die. You know? I'd just actually die. So, do I take the Germa yes and risk dying? Probably not. I wouldn't. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to, honestly. And I would say that I would guarantee he gets to be in as like a guest character, but fitting guest characters in was a lot harder than I originally thought it would be, and I promised my mom a guest character spot a million years ago, so Mom gets priority over Germa, sorry. Kill Germa? Yeah, episode 1, just fucking push him off the cliff and say like, yeah, you did it, you were here, fine. Make him a guest character with a hard time limit. Like, if he exists longer than this amount of time, he turns into a like, flesh boss thing. Fall joke lol? Yeah, that too. Feel like the setting's too dark for him? I don't think so. The fuck? What the fuck? I have no water. I thought I had Wawa. Did Cancel say he died of old age? I'm not sure what I want to do. If in the repeat campaign a player does die. It's really tricky. Because on one hand, yeah, I would want to just like have that person not play anymore. That sucks for them. I had a plan before, but I'm not sure that the plan from before was even gonna work. Yes, the garbage dimension, yes, it still exists. Is there an afterlife? Die and find out. I do. Still from the very beginning I've wanted to do this. At one point, streamer goals, Myriad goals, I want to have a campaign that starts with like 8 people. Where they all go into some very, 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 you're all probably gonna die location. And just like do it in a single stream. Run like a Darkest Dungeon gauntlet until everybody's dead. Or less likely gets to the end. That would be fun. But it would also be hard because I'd have to educate each of those people how to play unless they had already played before. While they're in like this I'm going to die scenario. Which might not be the worst thing, because like... And it was planned to be the, Shit, what? I knocked something over and it's just gone. It was planned to be inside the dragon skull. Or inside the dragon in, near town. So, that might be a thing one day. Every round of combat is longer. But yeah, like dedicated like a whole day to it and everyone was like, yeah, fine. And there was like a max of... I don't know what people's tolerance for endless tabletop shit is. I think even for myself, 6 hours would feel like a lot. Figure it out when it matters. Timer system in place in Myriad? I actually did get something working for that. That I'm really excited to try and use. Wrong screen. We got... Where is it? Not that. I showed this before. We have a timer, we can set how long it is. I'm gonna modify this to be a little bit more functional for what I actually need. You set the timer and it shows up currently. Oh, you can't even see like the numbers because it's black. I can have this appear at like the top
kids?
right so it's not in the middle, but this was originally designed as like a QTE. You need to make a decision where something is going to happen to force players to make mistakes. Because we talked about this before, so quick. When you give a player a scenario in tabletop and they have an hour to make a decision, they will come to what they think is the correct decision. And D&D is more fun when people don't try to play to win or make mistakes, because more interesting things usually happen because of mistakes. How do I can't remember how. Oh.
Focus on the prize and focus. Just focus.
But yeah, you need a way to convey exactly how much time is available to them. So we've got that working on screen now. It's pretty cool. But yeah, we could use that same thing, put it on the top left so it's always there as like a turn timer if we really want it to do that. Which the only time I would do that is if it was one of those long gauntlets, like we need to keep the pace of combat up. Because otherwise the stream will be like 12 hours. It's a nice burger behind you. Yeah! Yeah! Oh, he's getting a little hype here. Is the first game canon? Yeah. It won't make sense how it's canon until probably the end of the next campaign I run. So maybe at this point I work on the thing I was gonna work on, and we could do that. I don't know. The next is in the repeat one, because the identical repeat one isn't going to be completely identical. And then hopefully by the end of that, assuming things go within a reasonable degree of predictability, then there will be some context. You know what? I don't know. Do I want to talk about that? I don't know. I don't know. I think I should work on the thing I was going to work on. 1 second. Standalone game or a mod of sorts? No plan. It's no plan. Anyway, what we're I'm just gonna move along. Sorry. No wait, not that screen. I keep doing that. No wait, not you. Oh wait, yes you. Okay, so I want it to make unique items based on the previous characters so that players can find, you know, you guys know what unique items are in action RPGs. How do you know Octopimp? I played D&D with him for more than a year on a stream. And I played a lot of Guilty Gear with him recently. So I made one item as like a test to make sure the framework for everything that I was doing worked properly, which is... We're gonna put it on Kenny. Kenneth. Put item on Kenny. Kenny. Kenny, that's kind of loud, Kenny. It's basically super juice, super specific item that does weird things. So it's a rapier base item that heals when it hits instead of hitting. So you'd use it as like support weapon attack.
You got kids?
Oh, I just changed that. Lol. 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 So if we hurt Johnny Tester, Wrong button. Wrong button again. Wait, how much health does he have? We heal when we hit? We heal when we hit, right? Okay, we heal when we hit. Yeah, and then it gives impervious to whoever you heal, whoever you hit, which is reduces damage taken once. So the next time he would get hit, it would be 0 damage. So pretty powerful support stabber. Unique item, big pog. Gonna be like a really low % chance to be able to find any of them. And what I wanted to do was make an item like that for each of the previous playable player characters. So I set up a base for Johnny O'Toolahan's misdemeanor. It's soiled clerical robes tainted with the stench of shameless sin, gold trimmed and fit for the wealthiest man in a poverty-stricken land. The inside of the pockets are moist. Nice description. Doesn't have any effects yet. And that's the only one that I've even created like a base for. So we can do that. Discuss with stream what we think Johnny's item would do. Because chat actually, some of chat at least has context for that. Moist pockets is already pretty powerful. Big agree on that one. I'm gonna fix that sneak attack thing that was showing up like real fast. I have a lot of redundant nonsense in the code at this point from older versions that I'm slowly trying to completely remove. But sometimes when you remove the thing, the like, its remains
The answer was equally as stupid as the question.
lie elsewhere. It's like sneak attack does not exist anymore. I think it's in there. Cool. Completely against throwing this up on GitHub? No, I mean, it wouldn't. It's specifically made within map tools that isn't like. I'm not. I've never uploaded anything to GitHub, so I'm not sure how it would work. By its nature, it is completely open source. So if I ever release any version of it, it's all open source anyway. And that's not going to happen for a long time. But yeah, basically the campaign file just has all of this shit in it to begin with. I mean, I could put that on GitHub, but I'm only going to release it to a certain tier of Patreon when it's at least slightly ready. Your punches deal dot damage after putting your hands in the pockets. Well, I wanted to make it thematic to what the character actually did. And Johnny was all about healing and investment. So something along those lines. But investment by itself is already the way it was before, obnoxiously powerful. So I don't know what to do with that. Summons an orbital laser. Honestly, he kind of did do that. And I never made the smite skill again. So maybe if I were actually going to do a Johnny item. Yeah, this is a fucking total mess right here. It looks like a bomb went off. This is how the skill page actually looked before. Oh yeah, nice and neat. You know, pick your character choices. You know, work in progress. Boom! It makes sense to me. Did 300 damage right? He did. Which all came down to the smite skill? I don't even know where it is now. There. Which didn't actually wasn't like coded properly at all. I think there's a lot of things I know how to do now that I could make this work. So I don't have a single ability made that deals damage in an AoE that is currently targetable, because that creates a couple of situations that I don't want to think about. I just don't want to think about it. Actually, I think I just had a good idea, but I might have to look into that off stream because I have no idea how it works. And I was talking to Ashley about her character item, and she just wanted ways to heal sanity so I can make a Liana something. Though I don't think I can do that either, actually, because I don't have a base type for manuscripts yet. So I would wait on that. Wow, it looks like I'm probably not going to be doing this today. Kenneth item? I don't even know, man. Yeah, I should probably leave all this for later, because even the thing I'm initially thinking of, a lot of the item generation isn't fully done yet. Where certain item types, like all the ranged weapon types, aren't done. And anything that's like a ring that grants, like nothing. Trinket type is done. The helping hand? It would absolutely have to be some form of snake hand. And yeah, the beef weapon would just be like a big weapon. I don't know. I think it's gonna be easier on stream. We'd get a lot more done if I just focused on making some skills and going through all of that. A lot more comfortable. So I'm gonna change my title. Making skills. So far, all of this up here are all of the skills that I've finished that are fully functional, can just be added to a character. Like, okay, done, add it to a character, it works. Pretty sure they all work. I think there's a few that I have to double check because something weird changed within AoE targeting that might have broken a few of them. That should only be like 1 or 2. So all that is done, which is, well, these are the test tokens. They don't count, but yeah, that's a lot. These are ones from the previous version that I haven't looked at yet, or haven't converted yet. So I'd say, like I said in Discord yesterday, feels like 60% of the skills have been converted, which is, I thought it would take a lot longer than it has, but I started getting things done very quickly. I feel like there's got to be one I can show as an example of how easy some of these are to make for me right now. But I have to find one that is a good example and that I know I can do really quickly. Like shit like this isn't going to exist anymore. +1 armor. Oh, you guys can't see. Aha. Yeah, this one +1 armor, +1 strength, that you don't exist. I think this might one. Whenever you spend 1 focus, gain 2 temporary armor. This one might take a brief second longer because I don't think I have that set up, but we can make that really quickly. 60% is more than half. It is more than half. That's true. Okay, we import it to be add a skill up here. You can't see that now. Dude, life is so goddamn hard. I give up. Yeah, I can't fit everything. Put that there, like whatever. Dungeon Master. Okay, so whenever you spend 1 focus, gain 2 temporary armor. That actually might be done more than I thought. Reset cost. Cost applies when we put the skill on. We don't need 2 levels anymore because they're not really framed like that. We put it on each level, so it says each level, blah, 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 blah. Passive. I don't know the name of the passive, but the passive amount is 2 because you're gaining 2 for 1, blah, blah, blah. We got to go over to what handles focus. I'm pretty sure this one is already made. I just don't remember the skill name. It's not made. Zoom, 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 zoom. I'm thinking if there's a way I can do this to be more gooder. Nice explanation. Can I do this in a way that's more gooder? Just watch your update video, so stoked for the next campaign. Nice. Nice little heart smile. NYX Sharon, thank you for the Prime sub as well. Frolac, thank you. 500 bits from Anonymous Cheerer. Cool. It's the name too, man. Can you cheer anonymously, or is that an actual username? I don't even know anymore. Who streams on this website?
We're growing, boy. Growing, boy. Growing, boy.
What language is this? This language is Map Tools. It is unique to the program I'm doing it in. So my armor. Times modified. I think that's done. And then all we have to do here is take the has skill int armor and put it here. I want that skill to have at least 2 levels. And actually, armor is much higher in value now generally from how things were before. So 2 armor is probably not enough. I'm gonna set it to 4 to make it an actually good skill. So whenever you spend 1 focus, gain 4 temp armor because you have that amount of in armor. Blah 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 blah. And then all we have to do is duplicate the add skill level 1 to player and set it to 2. So each level will give you the same thing, but there's 2 available levels. And then we test to make sure it works. We take John Test, our fucking boy Johnny Test. We add the skill to Johnny Test. Johnny Test is he's got 0 armor. The boy is gonna use 1 focus. He gained 4 temporary armor. It works, we're done. Skill done. Next. Germa. Sigh face. Gotta make this require 5 intelligence real quick, which I want to go through and do the requirements for skills afterwards. I think it'll be easier to do that all at once for everything, but apparently I'm not following my own thing. Does movement still only occur before attacking? Using your action ends your movement, but there are multiple ways to kind of avoid that. So there's a start of turn action now, so you can do that and then move after that. you can move after any free action. So if you have a free action like quick attack, which makes an attack, you can use that free action and continue moving. But using your actual for realsies action is your movement's over. You gotta commit. Though there is also like one more. If you attack with a light weapon, you can keep moving for rogue-like people. Rogue-like people. How bleed and piercing work? I mean, the answer is yes and no. I don't know when you're asking from the last time it was whatever it was and when it changed and what it changed to, and I don't remember the timeline for all those things. Of when what changed to what it is now. It's a lot to keep track of. I did want to make a new status effect. I was thinking about it last night, but I'm gonna not do that now. We're just gonna keep pounding out these skills. Absolute pounder. How does it work now? So yeah, I think it works the way it's always worked, but I also remember changing it. I don't know, man. You put bleed on someone, and then you trigger the bleed, and then the bleed deals damage.
You got kids?
Smovar knows how it works. I don't know. I just feel like that comments. I said something one time on a stream the last time I worked on bleed and don't remember what I said, but you remember what I said, and I don't know the context for it. Been following you. Been following for your a decade. Thanks. I mean, you followed the Twitch channel 10 minutes ago, but I know what you mean. You've been following me. You know, I know. I feel you. Big fan. Never seen what I look like before. I know. I feel you. Brain thinking. I think I can make a skill like this super uniform now. I've been trying to make everything as like modular as possible. Where like if you add skill hit burn to a target, whenever they hit a person with an attack, they will add, you know, whatever amount of burn you set, and that just works for every status effect. So I think one like this, gain 2 haste on turns where you begin standing in blood. I think I could also make the trigger for starting your turn standing in anything, so I don't have to specifically make that haste on blood. Well, I'm gonna do that later, because I haven't done that yet. Permadeath guy. That's me. Hey, Ster, you thinking of doing a permadeath for Christmas again this year? Yeah, I've honestly done so many skills that I'm kind of getting to the point where all the ones that are left over for a reason. And some of these are weird as shit. 3% crit multiplier for every focus you have not yet spent. I think I made that one too, but I don't remember. Or within the old system, so like the...
You got kids?
Yeah, who knows? I did not. And I'm pretty sure I already have a skill named concentration. How can I concentrate and keep track of all this shit? What would you name this skill? Pee pee poo poo butt master man? That's my job? Pee pee poo poo butt master. I don't think I have a concentration. I'm just gonna use that. Done. And it would have to be 3% is kind of low. But crit multiplier is also how you break any game. Any sort of damage multiplier is how you break games. And it's reasonable that if you pushed for it, you could get like 10 focus. $3.5. Oh shit. That just seems really low. But also it seems like it's actually still really good at the same time. Yeah, see, that's the thing, is that you can basically guarantee that you critically hit, like, all the time. So crit multiplier, generally where it's handed out is handed out in pretty small amounts. Because, goddamn. As bad as potentially good, though. Well, see, the potentially good for crit multiplier is potentially anything crit multiplier is it could probably be the best thing in the whole game at high values. Yeah, honestly, if you had 10 focus and on full focus you have 30% crit multiplier for one skill you bought, this is already the best individual crit multiplier ability you can get right now by like double. But then you would have to really push focus. And that's fine. So I'm going to leave it like that. Yeah. But hold on. Ah, fuck. This isn't done right. I have to have that multiplied times per amount of focus here. But how does that work when it's a... Dude, I don't know math. I don't know how math works. Because you can't do... If you multiply that, that doesn't work, right? It does. Okay. I thought that that would, like... I don't know how math works. One plus one equals two. I know that one. That one's pretty easy. You don't have to add crit builds if you hate them. I mean, I have already added it. And I didn't say I hate it. I just said that it's difficult to balance. Because, yeah, if a player finds out they can be dealing 10 billion damage a hit because of crit multiplier, then that's all that matters. Okay, next one. Moving on. Bedoy. Start of turn heal. I realized when I was writing that, I was trying to convert it from what it was before, but if I have any sort of the start of turn actions be like really generic, very valuable effects that you can give to yourself, then they would just start to feel like chores at the beginning of every turn. You get the one good one and you just always do it, unless they had adrenaline associated cost or something like that. But if you set start of turn action to something so universal as heal yourself, then yeah, you're healing yourself like every turn that you can or that you need to. Fuck that. Fuck that. I think all these are just not going to be used, but I'm leaving them there for now. I need to figure that out later. Oh, see, there is another one called concentration. I knew it. Crit multi-cap. Nah, I don't want to cap things. If you really want to push crit multi, like whatever. And that sort of build is still defeated by enemies that have high amounts of defense, so they're less likely to be crit. Yeah, I don't know if I want to do that either. Let's go. I don't think I've gone through any of these skills at all, though. This whole class was pretty fucked up, and I'm glad no one picked it, because it used a lot of mechanics that I kind of felt like I had to make this class because Kenneth started out as a chemist. I was like, oh, I better have a chemist class, and he didn't pick it anyway. Once the rework midway through the campaign happened. I know that this skill probably has to be made in some way, shape, or form. Grant an ally... What the fuck? That's not what this was. This used to be granting people impervious. Hold on. I don't remember ever changing that. Huh. Yeah, okay, so let me rethink why I did that. Before it was like, spend X amount of focus, give an ally that much impervious for every focus spent. Which was pretty damn powerful, because impervious is complete damage negation for a number of times you get hit. And I decided to make it temporary armor for enemies near you. Which is kind of cool. I mean, we could do both. I do want to eventually have these in skill lists or spell lists, so it's easier to select more than just one of them. The fuck, I even had this as a free action. This is so weird. Yeah, I'm glad no one picked that class. Didn't think it through. It has this whole, like... I don't even know if I could transfer it. It had this preparation mechanic and earth tiles, which never ever got used for good reason. I don't know where they're... Oh, that's them. Dual wielding viable? Yeah. Especially dual wielding daggers is actually really, I think, will be very strong. Okay, I think this one was it. Apply X impervious to an ally within range for each amount of focus spent. Do I want people to do that? That's kind of fucking... Yeah, sure. It's gonna have some weird requirements. I can make this real quick. Mounted combatants even a thing? There's horse-like things, but again, what I was talking about earlier about having animal companions, not a thing that I'm trying to concern myself with. I'm not gonna make specific skills for being on a horse or anything like that. Oops. I think this one will be really easy to make too. Set. Ah, shit. I have it so that adrenaline can be spent as like an X value, but I don't think I ever set it up for any of the other ones. It's also been the nice thing about going through and making every skill individually is that I've had to make sure that every skill can work and the functions exist. So I've kind of been ironing out every tiny little aspect of the game one by one, where each like individual thing comes up like, oh shit, wait, no, I don't have a way to do that. I forget where I even would do that. Okay, we had a focus cost equals X, then K done that. The difference between H and R is whether or not it's hidden to chat or not. So H won't output to chat and R will. And then there's other ones like T, which is if I do like 9D plus 10 T, then T sets that as a tooltip. It's all for chat output stuff. And there's also G, which makes everything looks stupid. There's no reason to use it really. Let me grab... I should have the equivalent of this of using X adrenaline to do something somewhere. That's one of them, but that one's overcomplicated. Let me pop in here, make the skill real quick. Hold on, let me get the description of it so I don't keep forgetting. Let me remove that because that's probably not even true anymore. I'm still not sure how I feel about giving someone that much impervious, but whatever, man. Range attacks interact with walls. Yes. Well, when you say interact with walls, they don't like ricochet. They just stop. There's a punch through mechanic now for how many targets an arrow can pierce also. So if you shoot, like, there's a line of 3 dudes and your weapon could have a pierce of 1 to 3. So it's not 100% of the time you won't hit all 3 of them. I think there is one situation actually where I'm thinking. If for some reason your character token were able to see the other side of the wall, which we use a fog of war thing, and I can't think of a scenario where your individual token would be able to see through that wall, then you would be able to hit people on the other side of it. Because if there was a light on the other side of it, you wouldn't be able to see that light, so you wouldn't be able to see there. And the individual... Yeah, I don't think it can happen. I'm kind of trying to make sure, because that would be a huge problem that I didn't consider, but I think it just works. It just works. What was I doing? Fuck, dude. X impervious on ally within range. I think I'm done. I think I'm done. Fuck, dude. I'm not done. I knew this was gonna cause problems.
You got kids?
My coast. Looking for you, S.color. Hey, S.color. Yeah, that's what I need to have. I gotta sneeze. Absolutely horrifying. Here, I'm bringing my boys over here. We've pushed our testing area over to the left. Who's friend is friend? Friend is friend, right? Shit. I don't think I made targeting for this, did I? No, I didn't. Whoops. Whoops-a-daisy. Oh, because the other one applied to itself. I was copying something. So I wouldn't have to do any work. But now I have to do work? What's the point? The clown skills? Well, I'm gonna have to add the clown class. Every time I do this target list, I forget what each variable is. It's becoming a problem. I have it written down in several places. And I always forget, like, what the fuck is that? Hold on. I gotta open something and make sure it doesn't open on screen. What the fuck? New YouTube video. Pog, dude, Pog. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Okay. Hey, Johnny Test 2. It's your boy's gonna use Impervious on his friend. How much focus you gonna spend? I'm gonna spend 3. And then I'm gonna target myself because I didn't input a range for the ability. And I'm gonna gain 3 Impervious. And we're gonna input the range. We're gonna make it like 5. You know what? Nah, we're gonna make it 2 plus opulence. So you gotta get that opulence to use the super really good ability at longer ranges from your supporting positions. Yeah, that makes sense. So you can't just have random warrior guy get the thing and shoot a million miles. New Ster song when? Right now. Switch song. There you go. And then we're done. Pago Prego champ. Game looks like a blast from the video went out. Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna be like the No Man's Sky guy, Sean Murray, right? I'm just gonna start promising a whole bunch of really cool sounding shit for how great everything's gonna be. It's gonna be awesome. I think I'm gonna make this one too. Grant an ally temporary armor for every enemy within 3 tiles. Yeah, I'm down with that. It's gonna not be 1. Taunt all. Oh shit! I didn't even read that taunt. I remember now. It's been a while. That's fucked up, dude. That's fucked. Just aced my physics exam. Are you proud of me? Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm proud of you. Requires some big brain moves. Yeah, it's made for a tabletop with a DM and a group of players, but there's no multiplayer. Feels bad. Making or playing a game? I don't know. A little bit of both. A little bit of both. This skill's gonna be weird to make. So we need to target an ally. Step 1. We don't rewrite code anymore. We just open up where I know it exists. So we target an ally, boom, bam. And then we need to figure out how many enemies are within 3 tiles. Hey, I know where I've written that code before. So we'd have to switch token over to the person to figure out from their perspective. Oh wait, no, we don't. Fuck yeah, I love when you don't have to when you don't have to switch a token, it's like the stars aligned. So T-list is AoE target. I believe the shit, I should have looked. I think the one is if you include yourself, and that wouldn't make any sense. Why would I include myself and where I copied this from? Investigative research. I should know this. But I don't. Oh no, that's range. Duh. Like I did know that. That's if it includes itself, and it does not because it's only including 2, which is enemies. Poggers. And then we're gonna do we are gonna have to switch token. I also like typing. I want to get another blue switch keyboard. Except I don't, because then whenever I stream, I wouldn't want to use it. Does the script work on an entirely different program? Nope. You can try and put all of this code into Unity as well and cross your fingers. It's so loud though. Yeah, I used to use one and I loved it. Because I actually could noticeably type faster, because at the time I was playing a decent bit of Type Racer. And it was like plus 20 words per minute from using a blue switch. And I like I like it. No, I don't need to for each. I need to my armor. What is it? List length? It's not list length. It's list. Map tools does an annoying thing. It doesn't matter. The functions for lists and JSON lists are phrased differently between them. So I keep mixing them up. So it would be like... Is it JSON length? Yeah, JSON length, but not list length. It's list, fucking, what is it? List count. List count. I think we're done. I thought that was gonna be weirder. So that is 1 armor. I think we're gonna do... I don't know. This ability, if we keep the taunt on it... Here's the deal. If we're applying armor on someone for every enemy nearby... That's like practical armor application. They're going to need X amount more armor because there's that many enemies nearby. And if there's that many enemies nearby, they're probably going to attack that person anyway. So if I make the ability also taunt all of these enemies to that person, then like balance-wise, I feel like I'd have to lower the amount of armor they get to justify AoE taunting. Because AoE taunt in like a 3-tile radius, it's really fucking good. Gonna give Overwatch 2 a try. Hey, watch the VOD where I watched the entire Overwatch 2 presentation like a few days ago. But if you don't want to do that and you still care about the answer, yeah, I'm gonna give that game a try. I think I'm gonna remove the taunt and make it 5 armor per enemy. Even that, dude, 3 tiles is huge. Who's outside my door with like a chainsaw? Oh, there actually is a lawnmower like right outside my window. I'm just this ability scales so ridiculously. Like if you're in a combat where there's actually a lot of enemies, and you just have Big Warrior Man walk up into the group of small enemies, and then you give him like 5 armor per enemy that's there, they can never die. And especially if he also gets them all taunted to him, then no one in your whole group can die because of one ability. So I'm not... I don't know. Could add a chance for the taunt to fail. Myriad doesn't like it when you spend your entire turn doing an action and it fails. It likes to, you know, let you play the game. Have predictable outcomes. Not a 60% chance to do nothing. Grant an ally. What did I just make it for? What did I make it? 5. Five temp power for every enemy within. Nah, you know what we do here? Fuck, dude. I keep forgetting that it's like the whole point of the opulence and occult stats is to scale your spells, and then I keep making spells and forgetting to do it. Da-da! Can I limit the number of blah blah? I can do whatever. Whoops. Ready to go 4, then my impervious. Does Twitch keep pausing? Nope. Might have to lower your quality. Gain the armor only towards one enemy. Okay, well, while I can do anything, that is exceptionally weird. There kind of was a skill like that before called Duel, where you would gain an accuracy bonus towards one target and wouldn't be able to hit other enemies. But I think I'm going to leave that to that. Because then it overcomplicates this too. I'm casting, I'm selecting a target ally, then I'm selecting a target enemy, and only that enemy, and then blah, 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 blah. And also that, yeah, I don't know, man. You'd probably end up taking more damage if you were vulnerable to all the other ones than if you had never used the ability at all. And I can also do like 4 skills. I can add multiple skill levels, so I could increase the amount of armor given next skill level. Or add the taunt later, though I don't want to lean on that too much because then it leads to other problems. When these are likely going to be, yeah. It's like in 5th edition, if when you select a spell for your wizard, you could keep upgrading the damage of Fireball rather than selecting different spells. What are you going to do? Have spell diversity? Or, no, I'm going to have Fireball, and it's going to be the best Fireball it can be. Very exciting stuff. I realize now that I can't have this be range. This would be 2. And I'm done. I'm gonna leave that for now. I think I'm content with how it is working. Particularly because it's a free action. And I want to leave it that way so that you can do multiple things per your turn. Like, think of that as shit, I can't remember the name of the spell in 5th edition. The bonus action heal. I'm pretty sure that's its name. Bonus action heal. Cool. I'm gonna save. You save. Saving is pretty pog. That one took a while longer than like, as long as I don't have to actually make decisions like that while making a skill, they go by pretty quickly. God damn this fucking guy outside my window. I hate him. Also, it's so weird that usually the lawnmower men wake us up because they're here at like fucking 8 a.m. It's not 8 a.m. right now. Yeah, a lot of these skills on this character are not going to work. This is like throwing consumable items. I don't even have a functioning item system anymore that I understand how it works. When resting, you recover more. Like, who, fuck you. No one cares. Transmute earth? Yeah, fucking earth tiles were a bad idea. Earth tile. Oh yeah, preparation. Preparation as a mechanic. How did this shit even work? Preparation was basically a start of turn action, which is universal now. But every skill that they had a unique effect if they used it as a start of turn action. Or something. Yeah, so pretty much all this is just universal stuff now. I can't do that, and I don't want to do that, and I knew I didn't want to do that. Wait, no, I can. But I'm gonna have to, I don't have a targeting built in to be able to target, tiles right now. So I'm gonna put that over. Usually when I put things, except for these, that's all old shit. When I put things on the left side of one of these main class icons, I'd say like, hey, remember to do that later. Which, yeah, I'm gonna... I keep feeling like 50% of the time, I'm gonna do that later. fuck that earth tile stuff. It's also so much harder to do reaction stuff now because I made weapons AoE target. Yeah, fuck that. Yeah, this class sucks. Sucks. Okay, that skill was always supposed to just be on a specific item type. I need to make that for thurables specifically. You don't exist. No. Flaming weapon oil.
kids?
Dude, like The Witcher. Dude, it's like The Witcher. How's the Myriad skills going? Pretty good overall. You know, getting through things pretty quickly. Except for what I'm doing right now. Porcalacatolic, Morpaspin, hey, welcome. Toot Pirate, welcome. Kane, hey, welcome. Hey, not that guy, hey, welcome. I missed all those subs, hey, welcome. I can have it so all of your weapon damage becomes burn instead of weapon damage. Do I want to do that? I think I do, but I don't, again, know if I feel like setting it up right now. Edge. Create a fire tile underneath attack target. I think that's actually not that hard to throw together. And you know what? That should be a skill level too, because... should it? Nah, it shouldn't. I see Myriad has taken its toll on you, Ster. You have a beard now. I've had one, again, I've had one for 6 years. Thank you for joining the stream for the first time. I appreciate it.
You got kids?
Let's do this, because I've also been putting this off because there is another similar skill for all the summoner stuff. Where you summon a trap next to you and then the player would have to move it. Kenneth kind of had that within the web tiles, but I can't remember. There was a reason why it was annoying as shit, because I couldn't give ownership to the tile when I created it, because tiles work differently than tokens. Enraged Lime. Welcome to the stream! Yo, welcome to the Koopa Kappa Kid Club. Or something. It's a definite or something. Congrats, Ashley. Dude, congrats, Ashley. You married someone hot. You did it. Does anyone else think chat's kind of weird? Yeah? Okay. This is another one that I really have no idea how this is gonna work because I've been putting it off, but let's frickin' do it. You know what? Let's go to sideways real quick. Because Kenneth has create web. Create web is basically what I need to do, except better. And create web is a copy token function, and I hate copy token. Copy token can eat my ass. Let's go back to sideways really quick. Oh wait, no, he never actually had that. I guess he create swarm is different. Okay. I think it's because like all of the summon token stuff just was left in such a state that it was just like thrown together like garbage. I don't remember how any of this shit works. And I need like a much more reasonable way to do this stuff. A more universal way. Put it that way. Nice video, Ster. Hey, nice comment. Hypergen 2, welcome. I did a thing. You did. Says dope good shit dab me up, brudda. Okay, I was going to, but I had to do some investigative research. You're not even following the channel, and you want to request dabs from me. I owe you nothing. Big fan, by the way. Do you know who you're talking to? Fuck, dude. Looking for my summon. My summon. Yeah, okay. My summon's weird because it auto sets adrenaline to the tokens because adrenaline drains on tokens that are summons. But if I don't want it to do that, then it's not universal to do that. Hold on, I'm making sense of this. I'm trying to fix it up now that I am a smarter lad. The summon by default is 3. No. I mean, yeah. Fucking summoners. And what is use? What the fuck? This is set up like so fucking stupid. Who made this? God. Absolute. Whoever made it, fire them? Yeah, going back to old code. I'm glad I've ascended, but geez, what was Old Ster thinking? I don't know if he was. This is a mess. I need a if is PC. And then we set ownership to all player characters so that they can actually move the token themselves. We can just figure that out every time. We don't have to do it individually every time. If they're a player character, they need to have ownership. What is ID here? Set owner. ID. There's a set owned by all? What the fuck? Oh, but the owned by all in map tools doesn't do anything. Why would this ask for an ID? The token ID of the token, which, oh, okay. We have to put that down here and have it be summon ID. Makes sense. Okay. This guy gets it. Passive aggressive comments. Yeah. I can already tell how I even handled the output is not how I should have done it. I've recently learned that I was being dumb for a long time. Feels bad. Because map tool can kind of be obnoxious. So if I do start putting like notes in here, if I put unreadable, like, this is cool. The way that I'm doing output here as like an actual chat output, reading what the result is, won't work anymore. That I spent 8 hours bug fixing to try and to like finally realize that and come to that conclusion. That the fact that there is this here that can't be outputted, that isn't shown, makes an invisible space, just like a space, because this now could potentially be output to chat because it's not hidden technically, which will fuck up the output because there will be a space before the output, which caused some problems for targeting token names and lists. It would put spaces before their name and then it would say that token doesn't exist. That drove me crazy for like 2 days straight. Or not 2 days straight, but like 2 days on and off, where I came back to it and realized it was the same problem. So I think, like, I don't want to have to do this for every single macro that I work on that I like have already pretty much made, but I don't need any of this. Like, I don't need all these HEs. Yep, having a fun time. Yeah. But then what I have to do is when I define this function is set like an additional parameter. Which is, I think, just putting a 1 there to ignore output. Yep. Problem with that is that won't take effect until I have reopened this campaign. I'm going to save and I'm going to reload the whole thing, and I have to close every single one of the code tabs that I had open. I can't comment to tell my favorite streamer? You could. You just would have had to have done it differently a year ago for all of your functions. Fuck, dude. Now we find my summon again because we had to close you. The hardest part of making the Myriad is finding your function. This is not organized. Okay. Now let's go back to trying to make this sensical. Argument 1, or these arguments are on where it's going to be placed. Cool. How much summon adrenaline it starts with. We're gonna make it if some adrenaline is greater than 0, it does that. Otherwise, it doesn't touch it because that can fuck up the character. Same thing for this. If you set the property summon to 1, that's letting it know that its adrenaline should be draining every turn. Which is problematic. Send to back. Do I want you to be sent to back? No, what? What? Why did I remember needing to do that, but fuck you. Okay. Let's do some testy on Johnny Testy. My summon. My baby boy. Tile type. Fucking what are they? Rat swarm. We got an error, though it did summon it. Is summon run greater than 0? What? Wait, what? Wait, what? Let me just stare at the screen for a good second here. What? What's wrong with you? Oh, I put a whoops. Doy. Because I am not used to not having the H before everything, because usually it'd be H comma if. Okay, so we do it and it outputs the ID of the create it token, which would normally be hidden. Johnny Test 2's Rat Swarm. I think another problem with this is when I create a token, I need it to generate a random number at the end of its name so that it doesn't have an identical name to another character. Also, I'm actually a little bit worried that it has an apostrophe in the name, that could potentially break something later. Because quotes on quotes, you know every problem comes down to quotes. It shouldn't. I don't think it will. But I'm gonna leave it and let it break one day so I can fix it. How's coding going? Pretty good. Pretty good. Diving into some stuff I've been avoiding for a while. Full name. Where is the name? Plus tile type. Plus space. Plus. I can do like a 1d100 at the end, so it could be like Rat Swarm 23, but then if it rolls the same number twice, then there's going to be problems. So I need to think of a way to make that never happen. But I don't think there's an elegant way to do that. I could add a counter, but then eventually it would be like rat swarm number 2000 and it would just look like shit, because this has to be under their display name for targeting them to properly work, because a lot of targeting will actually use token names, even though it really probably shouldn't. That's the way that it is. So at best, it would need to check if there is a token with the matching name when it creates it on the map. Like, that just seems like an unnecessary amount of checking that I worry about map tools doing things like that. We would have to do like if get token names. Hold on, get token names is like a whole thing. I don't think I actually need to do anything with it though. Get token names. Still think it, like, if a summon rat swarm 2 exists, then I would get token names and go, oh, 2 already exists, let's make it 3. But then how do I know whether or not there's also a 3, you know? Unless I just keep adding on to the name, which runs into the same problem. You start getting these gigantic ass number names. I'm gonna come back to this. I'm gonna like sleep on it. Yeah, probably. Yeah. I'm just gonna leave it at D100 plus name for the moment. And then one day it's gonna cause a problem and I'm gonna go, oh fuck yeah, I meant to go back to that. I don't care. I'm living on the edge right now, okay? Because I don't want to get distracted on this. Making skills. Yeah, this is Rat Swarm 87, we're good. Future Ster? Yeah. I don't think I have ever used the actual... No, never mind. I'm moving on. I think that was everything I needed to do. So let's go back to the skill we were working on, which is creating this claw trap. On this map, I already have a functioning claw trap that has the stats of when the trap is activated, what it does. It applies random ass damage. I don't know. Probably gonna have to change that. It removes itself after it triggers and applies slow. Yeah, okay, cool. Those are pretty simple and how they work. But then, so we would do my summon. Oh, I had to double check that that actually was functioning correctly. That when we create the rat swarm, It is correctly giving ownership. Okay, good. Wow, Steven has ownership. I love Steven. Doing it this way so that when I basically copy this code again later, it'll be easier to remember what I did. I think that's all I need now that that got fixed up. All right, I'll figure out what to actually functionally do with it in a moment. Wait, what? Ah, shit, I copied again. I loved Steven. Yeah. Oh, I know what I forgot to do on those two previous skills is like I have the actual chat output explain what it did for viewers and players. Yeah, I think this is like all that actually needs to be. We add this to, well, we have to give it a cost. I think I'm gonna make it a start a turn action. Am I? No. Free action so that you can continue moving after you drop your trap. But then it's gonna have to cost like adrenaline or focus. I guess it's just gonna have to cost something. One focus sounds fine to me, which is what it was. Because item-esque abilities are more intelligence based and they use focus. Then Ster is a himbo? Don't I have to be like really stupid to be a himbo? I don't know how it all works. Whoops. Apparently I fucked up. Yeah, I did. Quotes. Yeah. People don't know what words mean anymore? I mean, there's so many of them. Are you really supposed to know what all of them are? What the fuck? What? Wait. When did I accidentally paste the description here? Oh, I know. I know when I did that. I'm losing it. Johnny Test uses Claw Trap. Claw Trap creates the token. The token has ownership. And then it's intended that the player themselves moves and places it wherever they want. And then if an enemy walks onto it, I need to set a hotkey for this. I freed up a lot of my hotkeys. But triggering tiles on tokens is a pretty important one to be able to do quick. Like, see, I can't even find it. Where the fuck did it trigger? Gonna make that F6. And we trigger on F6 would be... Fuck you! Yeah, I changed hindered to hinder. and it didn't work. I'm gonna do that later. This isn't a thinking stream. This isn't a problem-solving stream. Never think. I need to go back to these, the impervious one, apply. Apply X impervious, and then we got my tip that people can hover over these words and actually know what they mean during combat. For the players, you gotta respect the players. The players. You know, where would I be without the players? I'm nothing without my players. That way, if you hover over the X, it'll tell you the value of X. Do I want to do that way? No, I don't. There's fucking... What? What is this one? This is the description. Ooh, fancy. Imagine thinking you finished things. Brand. Target name. Yeah, it's fine. I don't need to include the impervious thing. I too am nerd? I don't know how much longer I can stream. I really feel like I need to eat. I didn't eat very much for breakfast. And I've been eating pretty shitty lately. Well, yesterday was all around just kind of a poopy day. Second vaccine shot, didn't feel too good. Laid in bed a lot of the day. You know. Eating food's pretty cool. Maybe I should go now. I'm like already losing it. I feel like I did not do a lot of the stuff that I wanted to do on this stream though. Thinking with not good eating vibes? I could just grab a snack and keep pounding. I've got my box full of super treats. Give myself that nice artificial, why didn't you eat a real meal energy? Treat myself. Dog biscuits? Hell yeah. I need to figure out if there's still a charge action and how that works. 'Cause I don't know. Hey, chat. I don't know. Fuck, dude. Fuck. I'm gonna eat a half of one. So I thought this kind of stream would be fun to talk with chat and like what kind. Okay, chat, what kind of skill should I make? But also, no one knows the fucking system. So like, what are you gonna suggest? Oh yeah, make a really cool one? Okay. Stab someone, but it's get stronger? I can do a lot of these. These ones that Ashley used would be really easy to make. Let's make fear. Let's go visit Liana, who already has code for that skill. Wait, no, Camarilla had it. And then I'm gonna need telekinesis for something else. Kind of non-combat skills you got? Well, these ones kind of tie into that they have a utility for both. I don't have very many non-combat skills made yet, like one. And there's a whole social skill system that I haven't touched in a long time. So not many. This one, target one creature. Or you're targeting two creatures. You may target the same creature twice. Demoralize each target. If the target has no sanity, you apply burn instead. If used outside of combat, you may select one object, person, or concept to be the cause of all the target's irrational fear. Cool. Cool, champ. So there's a way we do that now that helps make these make sense. I think I can also make this skill a lot more efficient than it originally was. I need to get a token that targets. I need to do all the targeting before you spend any amount of cost on the skill, because otherwise you waste it if you cancel the targeting. Any crafting skills? It's all tied into the social stuff that I haven't finished yet. Short answer, yes. Detailed answer, not enough information.
You got kids?
So it's... Can't target yourself. And targets all. So enemies and allies. I'm pretty sure that's how I do that. Target 1 equals target name. We have to go here. And then we do it all again for target 2. You got kids? No. Renishu? Is your name how a sneeze is pronounced? Thank you. Sorry, I'm kicking my desk again. Foo bird. It's because I put my knee on my desk, and whenever I move forward and back, that shakes the whole thing. Okay, sit up straight, knees below the desk. Tuck the wiener between the legs. And then we were switching target to demoralize each. And we're done. Except for the other part. So we gotta give a description here. Demoralize. Demoralize target 1 and target 2. Also not necessarily true. Hey, Ster, nice cock. Thanks, man. Where'd you get these icons from? I don't know. A lot of bundles that sell game skill icon things that I bought. Every once in a while, Humble Bundle runs a really good sale on like, here's just like fucking 500 million skill icons for $5. Pay your own price. Okay, and that's what you use if you're in combat, because it's checking to see if your round is if you're in initiative, and if you're not in initiative, then we won't do any of the actual demoralizing and burning and all the other stuff associated with this, and then the player can RP just say blah 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 blah, but they still get to click the same button so that it uses their sanity and all of the associated skill costs, and you still have to like select targets and use it properly, but it doesn't. Yeah. And then the description, you can still look in the description to figure out, you know, the whole detailed things. Just need to add a bajillion line breaks. Bob Dylan turning 80. I don't know anything about Bob Dylan. I think I'm done with this one. That was indeed pretty quick. This one should... Am I in combat? Done. Done, yeah. I fixed the line break there. Cool. Congrats, you slayed the spire. Nice. What genre of music is this? Lo-fi hip-hop, chill hop, relaxing and chill vibes, lo-fi music, lo-fi jazz hop and chilled hop, music to study to. Do Nightmare next, because again, Liana pretty much already has this skill. Should be easy. Oh shit. You know what? Fuck Nightmare. I'll come back to you. Not sure how I want to handle that skill. Because it's pretty hard CC. Which doesn't really have too much of a place in a lot of spots, so I'm not exactly sure what I want to do with it. Do Sanity Shield, that's I know that I want that to exist. Ashley's art is real neat. She's like a super powerful art person, and she's absolutely empowered and needs to be respected. Facts. Apply 2 Sanity Shield to any one target within range. A target with Sanity Shield receives all blah 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 blah. Who cares? Each time blah 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 blah. Target with no sanity is instead healed. I can skip the whole targeting thing just by writing target is 1. That should do what I want it to do. I very rarely end up actually using that. Now we switch token. If max sanity equals 0, then we heal them. Which you'd be healing them for 10. A pretty decent amount. Should I make a sanity shield amount? You know what? The amount is going to scale based on how much occult you have, which might make it scale into awful territory. Straight guzzle some beans? I wouldn't. I'm not digesting beans at the moment. They just, you know, my digestion's all messed up. Beans, they just keep being beans, man. It's kind of fucked up.
You got kids?
Kind of fucked up, man. Octopus, welcome. No room in the schedule for digestion? Yeah, it takes a lot of time, takes a lot of effort, takes a lot of work. I think I'm done with this, excluding that Sanity Shield has an out of combat use. It doesn't. Flashbang. No time for ducks. I should give it an out of combat use. I don't know what though. What do you think, chat? Can you guys say swipe or no swiping? I don't want it. Okay. Yeah, maybe. But I think also just applying Sanity Shield out of combat is fine. Because then technically out of combat you could use this skill and someone could jump off of a building and not take any damage. Imagine someone like jumping out of an airplane, hitting the ground, and instead of taking any physical damage, they instantly go insane. What? I mean, yeah, that'd make me go crazy. Yes, I'm gonna leave that one without out of combat because it kind of already has out of combat use. What else did she have? Paranoia? Grant the target distracting visions, which will expose weaknesses in their defense. Target creature has -1 defense. Oh yeah, this OP spell that Ashley never fucking used. God damn it, Ashley. Might have used it during the golem fight, I don't remember. I know it was a consideration. Yeah, I just love jamming out to some flute at my grandma's house. You know what I'm talking about? What are you making? This thing called Myriad. Exclamation point Myriad is like D&D, but not. Making mad stacks? Yeah, I wish. Dude, if I was the next Jeff Bezos, I swear, dude, I'd evict all of you from your homes. Why would I do it? I don't know, to build a highway. Do I need a reason? Whap, whap. And then the out of combat. Target name will suspect. The worst outcomes to be true. Yeah, it's kind of vague. I don't like how, like, I mean, vague is fine, but also it's kind of really vague. I think that requires some other deeper philosophical debate of how I expect certain interactions to even work. How you thought the game would run versus how it actually went mechanically? It's really hard to say that because the game changed completely from episode 1 to episode 5. Like the Hendrike fight was basically no mechanical system at all. Though the biggest thing would probably just be as a whole, like design sense, that things became higher fantasy. Because early on, I expected that going from farmer weapons to a sword was an actual really big leap that was more important than it sounds. And that was like the scaling of fantasy of like, am I using a pitchfork or do I actually have equipment? Which even then wasn't properly...
Are you tired of peeling potatoes?
Stop. Which even then wasn't properly done because the items themselves weren't generatable and they were kind of I mean, I had expectations that when magic items were rolled, I would give them really wild effects, but all of that was kind of manually done and a little bit underwhelming to start with. I don't know about underwhelming. The High Queen Cleaver thing Johnny found was cool. But mostly how high level of fantasy the game was. Thank you, Plenty of Ducks. Quacking it up. Quacking it up. Is today's a Thursday. I should go on a walk with my wife to the how hot is it out? To the ducky pond. We were at the ducky pond the other day. Lots of ducks. Dude, ducks hanging out in trees is so creepy. I don't know why. They just sit there and they judge you. Whenever you lose sanity, deal damage to all adjacent tiles. I gotta recode that. I think. I don't think I'd need to actually. Fuck, dude. Fuck that. Shit, I don't know what I want to do with charm either. I mean, charm in combat is just taunt, which is nice. And you could charm... Yeah, no, charm was fine. I like it. 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 Yeah, 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 yeah. 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 What I didn't like is that you have to make opposing mad checks for the charm to work at all. I think I'm just gonna get rid of that. It's like the only skill in the game that made you do that. There was like one other. Though at the same time, being able to guarantee charm like a boss to a like shitty enemy over and over again, it's kind of fucked up. So I don't know what to do. Like, anytime there's some really hard CC in question of like just, hey, we're taking this person's action away. We're making them like fight enemies for us. Been really hesitant to do anything with those skills because on one hand, when you cast the spell, I want you to be rewarded for using it and I don't want to have to chance to fail, so you spent your turn doing nothing. On the other hand, if I guarantee that you can do something like stun an enemy, fuck. It just needs to be a really high cost to do it. Is the only way you could balance it not happening all the time. Does Myriad have saving throws? Not really. It has opposed checks for combat maneuvers for tripping people, so it kind of actually does exist there. Which is what this was sort of doing before, is that it was making you both roll mad checks to see whose was higher. But I really don't like that. I could even go like crazy and have the sanity cost of the ability be like half of the target's current HP. I like that scaling a lot better because it guarantees exactly what the result is, but it also doesn't let you just like, oh, it's 1000 health boss, we're gonna charm him every turn. Make bosses immune to taunt? Fuck yeah. Your build is useless. I think I'm gonna try the variable sanity cost. So we have to do like 3 things to set that up, the same way I did with focus earlier, to make sanity equal X. Then I have to... I knew last time I should have just done this for all of them while I was there. So sanity is like the last one that I would have to do this for, I'm pretty sure. I might have to do this for investment later, but that also requires a whole other layer. I will have to do that for investment costs later. No, okay, that's a whole other problem. That's like a much bigger problem than I want to think about. I think that's the only place I need it to change. Yeah, it is. What kind of enemies would you fight that wouldn't have sanity? Well, I mean, yeah, you kind of answered your question. the amalgams didn't have sanity. I also at some point would like to make a playable race that doesn't have sanity, though I'm not sure what it's going to be. And chat race? The hive mind of chat? Shit, I forget how taunt works every time I go to make taunt. Like, the only status effect that does weird stuff. Sanity cost equals you get the HP from the target divided by 2. So if an enemy had 30 HP, starting HP is a pretty default. If they had full HP, then it would cost 15 sanity to charm them. The way sanity costs are now, 15's pretty high. And honestly, 30 HP isn't the scariest enemy in the world. But the thing about that is that you can... The thing that's good about the charm skill is that you're not taunting an enemy. You can taunt an enemy to another enemy. I think divided by 3 works for me, because then a 30 health enemy would cost 10, and that falls within being reasonable. And then I can have upgrades to the skill that reduce that further, maybe. Restore sanity from physical wounds. Some of the Maelstrom class abilities kind of did that. I forget. And if I don't know, who the fuck knows? Not me. I think I need to confirm input. So you would select your target, and then it would be like, hey, this is going to cost this much sanity. Continue. I feel like that's the... Yeah. I, like, don't want to have as many menus, like as little menus as possible, but that seems like a good scenario for that. Because who's doing the math for a third of a thing's health all the time? Not me. That's all it needs. It's just like a hey, letting you know. Yo, is this the real star underscore? Fuck yeah, bud. Yo, I should have streamed Team Fortress 2 today. How fucking hype. Dude, release the YouTube video, and then I'm just like, they come here and they're like, dude, I wonder what Ster's up to. Wow, never seen his face before. And he's fucking streaming Team Fortress 2, and I'm just getting like DDoSed and SWAT teams kicking down my door. Would have been fucking crazy hype. Okay, and then we gotta switch token to target name, so that we can get another drop-down targeting list of choosing who it gets taunted to. Fuck, dude. Yeah, what the fuck are what? Yeah, okay, that's right. This skill is complicated. Where's the real Ster? No, I did not do any programming before I started on this. So if all of this turns out to be a really stupid idea and I get super bored of it and nothing works out, and every time I work harder on something, less people are interested in what I'm doing, then I'm probably just gonna go, yeah, oh, well, I learned a lot, and then maybe make like an indie game, like an actual game. I don't know. I'll call it like The Binding of Isaac. We got some really fresh ideas. It is not a virtual tabletop. It's built on Map Tools, which is a pre-existing virtual tabletop. So it is a system specifically designed to be played on a particular virtual tabletop. Call it TF3? I don't know if I could make a Titanfall game by myself. Digital role-playing system, TM. Yeah, there you go. Oh, yeah. Okay, so where the fuck am I? This okay. We get this weird-ass sanity cost. We double-check. Target name is stored. Then we switch to, let's, for clarity's sake, we switch to target 1, who then, from their point of view, creates a new list within a new range, because the range is different for this, right? I'm gonna make this a range of 4. Anything further gets weird for reasons. And then target 2 equals this next guy. Commonly referred to as Chaboy. We gotta go back to target. No, we're already on target 1. Okay, we don't gotta go back to target 1. And then we gotta do the tone. We gotta do. If this all works first try, wow. one taunt to target 2. Initiated by target 1. Apparently that does not. Apparently that. Okay, our boy Johnny Test is clicking charm. He wants to charm beef. Fuck! I used quotes. You think I'd know by now? I think I would have learned my lesson. Okay, boy, Johnny Test wants to charm beef. Confirm. This will cost 20 sanity. Dab. Okay. Value for X. Fuck. Because... X needs to equal sanity cost. Right? No more dabbing. The dabbing is what messed that up. It wasn't me doing it wrong. It was the dabbing. Taunt beef to this target. To friend. When we hover over beef, you can see at the bottom left it says taunted friend. At the start of its turn, it reminds the DM beef is taunted to friend. Yeah! I just need to add a description. My tip. Give him tip taunts. Taunts target 1 and 2. Target 2. Cool. Is that all right if I write that? Is that okay with everyone? I wouldn't want to offend anyone, but I'm hoping it's okay if we were to charm Javadas. Nice. Found a bug with it. Both targets have to be done before cost. I knew that. Why didn't I do that? Because if the second target isn't near any targets, then it ends and you would have spent your fucking money on it. One more time. Of double checky. It's your boy. I'm gonna charm Marcone. So this costs like 100 sanity. That seems fair to me. Taunt Marcone to enemy 2. Taunts Marcone to enemy 2. Taunt, and then we just need to write the description and like clean up the actual description. Ability. And I should write that elsewhere. I should write no, I can't write that there because that fucks up the actual generation of things. Basically developing a game? Yeah. I am. I really do. Be doing that. Ability cost sanity equal to 1/3 this target current HP. On a success, and there's no such thing as success. Everyone's a winner. In range of the first creature. May taunt enemies to other enemies to cause them to fight each other. Do we even need to tell someone that? Maybe. I don't know. Why not? And then we need the out of combat use. I did not make. Everything I did is native to map tools. Well, yeah, I haven't made any changes to the map tools program. I've had feature requests to be added to map tools. And the one thing that I did have added was the on-screen chat display that I used during the first half of the campaign. But that shit breaks every time map tools updates and I need a solution. Show this. Fuck. Fuck. Can't have it target. Yeah, man. I keep thinking I'm done with this skill. And then it's like, oh, wait. No. Not yet. Okay. Okay. One last testaroo on Johnny Test. Here we go, Johnny Test. Am I outside of combat? Fuck, dude. Why am I not considered outside of combat? Does anybody know? Round is 0. And the entire check for this whole thing is if round is greater than 0, do all of that shit. And yet it's doing all of that shit. What? What? I think I just didn't click apply. I thought I did. I don't know. Fucking. Value for X. Fuck you. Oh yeah, because if you're using it outside of combat, then I haven't created the sanity. One more. Let's go. It's always gonna have to target the first thing to generate the sanity cost. Okay, last lap. It's your boy Johnny Test. Taunt this target, Hoshi. Okay, now it works. What? That's kind of weird. Oh, she fixed it? Yeah, okay. That skill took like a while. It sucks that no one's going to pick it. I mean, you know, you never know. You never know. How... let's do that. I'm not done yet. Hog. Learning Python. How's your learning of Python going? I think I am gonna stop, probably. Yeah. Should think of things that I can stream that aren't this, because sometimes people like watching people play video games more than they like them doing this. But then some people like this, so I don't know, man. There was like a game. I'm curious if EDF World Brothers gets any decent reviews. I absolutely doubt it, though. More info? It'd be hard to find more info than that. There's an info channel on the Discord that doesn't strictly have all that much. At some point, I really would like to get like a website up or something, but... yeah. there's just not that much to talk about it yet because I'm not running any current campaign and I'm still trying to get things ready for what is going to feel like a new launch day, where we had what felt like launch day before, but then I guess that was pre-early super alpha access that no one should have just pretended didn't happen. Like a stream like this would be a lot better or gooder, more contextual once I'm actually running a game. And once all of the framework of the skill stuff is done, so that people could have made characters or could mess around with it themselves or etc. But currently, let me also for me mentally recap. The current big things that need doing is and I do want to make a brief Patreon video explaining some of this, but I don't know. It feels weird sometimes when I just like stream me making this for a long ass time and then make a Patreon video, or like think like why would I do this Patreon exclusive when fuck I don't know, dude. Okay, so these are basically your class selections and the way that it's currently working. These are a representation of all the planets, and they have you know, like spiritual representations for the people of the world. And you choose 2 of these as birth signs. None of them are set up yet. So like the core of what makes a class, I kind of have a general idea, but none of it's filled in. So it's kind of a huge blank space that I need to get at least 1 or 2 of these finished so that I could have a better understanding of exactly how it's going to go. But essentially, if you have, you know, the Myriad, every single level would be determined by 1 birth sign is Myriad, 1 birth sign is Emperor. The Myriad one, I think, is actually just going to randomly choose a level up from another class to represent its everythingness. And like Gnosis is going to be all about sanity and blah, 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 blah. Austerity has a whole bunch of investment wealth stuff, and I kind of have a general idea. But you get to pick 2 of them so that you can kind of multi-class and mix and match and hybrid. If any skills require specifically humanity, then both of your birth signs need to be in this humanity area. Even a poet, which is kind of in half. So that's kind of like breaking it down that, you know, humanity is more of the intelligence-based stuff. So like, I'm a wizard. You kind of, to get the real support healing stuff, a lot of it's tied to specifically humanity requirements. Void gives you nothing. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure what it's going to give you yet. But I think they're going to have some pretty unique options. And then certain skill trees exist for certain planets. Like Maelstrom has a lot of blood magic stuff that you would have to have at least 1 of your birth signs be Maelstrom to select them. And then you level up based on like every level of Maelstrom is going to have a specific thing. I think it's going to have a general like health progression, and maybe every 3 levels you get something special. Don't fully know. Select race, blah, blah. And then all these skills that I've made so far are going to have to be organized into those categories. A lot of this stuff over here is the social skill mechanics that I'm not sure when they come into play, but we've got some crafting things and some divinations and mostly stuff that you do out of combat, because if you give a player a choice on level up if they're going to increase their damage or their combat efficiency, or they're going to learn a social skill, 99% of the time, unless a very specific player is choosing to be like the skill monkey, are they ever going to choose any sort of social skill. So I want that to be separate, but I'm not fully sure how that's going to happen yet. I was thinking Void kind of just being like passive strongness, good stats, but then if any skill required any birth sign at all, because currently if you select Void, I know that if you select Void, both of your birth signs have to be Void, which would make it so that you can't select any skill if they have any requirement that is not specifically Void. So you wouldn't be able to multi-class, then you could just like have a very specific Void path. I'm not sure if for the first campaign, every single one of these will be done. I'm trying to mentally think of where to cut some corners of things that don't need to be done. Like fucking, I've got 2 of these here because I have one of what they used to be for strength and one of what they will be, and I still don't know. I was thinking of having the occult and opulent stats, which scale spells, be baked in to at least get some starting ones within your madness, but I'm slowly starting to think that increasing occult should only happen from level ups. Maybe not only, but I also really don't like when you say like, oh, if for example you gain 1 occult for every 5 mad you have. It's kind of like in D&D where it's every other skill, every other stat point just doesn't matter. So why is it there? Unless they're also offering other things. But you definitely would only be there for, oh, I gotta put 5 in so I can get the 1 increase to my skill that I actually care about. And that's where I'm currently at, because I would like to release a Patreon version of the build, and to some friends like Arcadum wanted to make characters, and I think Strippin even might do that to just kind of mess with it. Fuck, dude, I don't know. And then that's a pretty high tier level of bug testing, because the goal being, as you're seeing me test these, when I create each skill, they're built to be fully functioning. So you just do the add skill, find only the player tokens on the map and apply them, and there's actually like a CP system, so you have, you know, he would have 30 that he can get, which is not, that's not a real number, but you know what I'm saying. And yeah, I just want to get this done, and then I think that's an important point to where I can let people goof around with it. And then I would probably also have to create like a baseline item for all the weapon types for people to be able to equip. Unsure. So I'm making a lot of progress, because again, all of these skills are done, which leaves like all of this are skills that used to exist. Half of these I'm just removing because they don't make sense anymore. But we've converted a fair amount of them to actually functioning and to a new system. I'm guessing they weren't all custom made. I bought them. None of the skill icons are custom made. Maybe like one? I doubt it. I was saying earlier, every once in a while, Humble Bundle has a really big pack of like skill icons for making RPGs or something that they sell for like $5. I could feel my voice like going. Blech. Secret event-based rewards. I kind of wanted to award them just for the amount of downtime players spend. Was the original thing, because a lot of the skills can be used during downtime, but it's a really fine line of, I need a tangible way that they all exist and can actually be improved. So I think they would be more like campaign relevant story beats, how much time has passed, how much blah blah. I think I would want players to start with like 2 of them, so they can be leveled up. I don't know if this actually makes sense anymore. The crafting one allows you to generate a random item, but restricts how rare the item can be until you have higher levels of crafting. Which I probably also have to change, because I think that might be super overpowered. But yeah, they all have like an associated, you can make this item, but it requires X amount of downtime days. And then the quality of the item that you can create, which is already coded to be like, items can be found, and I can choose, can generate specific loot now. We can determine the quality of it when we make it. So I just want this to be a 30 quality, 0 magic melee weapon. You can pick the specific weapon that I want it to be. So that's pretty much all built for crafting. I just need to get it to a functional point where I understand when that shit exists. Like, when do I actually let people get those social skills? pretty good. Be careful of some play. Yeah, remove some words. Yeah. Every grunt he fights. I want players to long rest. Well, I want there to be more downtime. So part of the reason the social skills exist is because I would like to slow the party down, because otherwise they get what me and my wife had always called P-chat syndrome, which is in the story when shit just keeps happening and happening and happening, and players like don't get the downtime to be like, okay, every day like some gigantic plot line is happening in my life and I really just don't have time to react to all this, and it's kind of breaking me down, and I'm like not a functional human being anymore because I haven't had time to deal with this. Yeah, and your characters get numb and they stop caring and it stops feeling relevant. World of Myriad, that much shit isn't going on. Or you think of like medieval times where it takes a long ass time to travel somewhere and there's just like a lot of days are just kind of the same and roll into one another. I wanted to have that feeling of like, you're not fighting a monster every single fucking day. So I realized from the first campaign that narrative is a lot harder to impose on players than just like saying that makes sense, but stopping a player from just go, 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 go. It's like, dude, actually in Diablo 3, they have that one quote that Tyrael says 100% of the time you're in town. This is why they fear the Nephilim. They never stop fighting. They just keep fucking going. Take a break, dude. So getting players to take a break, the only way I can think of is to reward them for the break with their social skills that they can only use when downtime is relevant. Because they're not going to take a break unless they have a reason to. So I'm trying to give them a reason. Not all of the social skills are like that, but certainly what I'm leaning towards. I forget what even most of them are. I need to come up with some good ones. Like a lot of this shit doesn't even exist anymore, and it's hard to... Yeah, I don't know, man. But anyway, thank you everybody for listening. Glad everyone who said they liked the video. I'm probably going to stream again sometime soon. Oh, I don't know what I'm going to stream. I want to stream it like an actual game. Because I have been... For like the last week, I feel has been like 12-hour work days. So I might even just take a break from looking at this for a little while, even though I've made a massive amount of progress. I don't want to... Yeah. I feel like I won't have the energy to do this tomorrow. Oh, also. Nah, I think I want to save that for the Patreon update. Yeah, I'm going to save that and talk about that then. But until then, I'm done. I'm out of breath. I'll maybe find someone to host. Exclamation Patreon doesn't do anything? The fuck? I didn't quite understand anything. I'm really like getting exhausted from talking, so I feel like I shortcutted a lot of explanations. You know, it works. That's weird. Momo is streaming? Momo? Fuck Momo. Yeah, I mean, it could be set to mod only. I don't know why it would be. I don't know if Bergabot has mod only commands. Yeah, I'm just gonna go. See ya.